Do you know what quinoa is? You should. One California entrepreneur is using the edible seed to help 2 countries. At a natural food market, AndeanDream. The products are made with quinoa. Up next, we'll talk to the Los Angeles woman who created a line of gluten-free soups, pastas, and cookies, and bettered the lives of hundreds of families in Bolivia. There's a growing number of gluten-free products on grocery store shelves these days, but how many can claim to be good for your health and good for nearly 300 Bolivian families? AndeanDream is a line of gluten-free cookies, pastas, and soups made with royal quinoa. Quinoa is a seed. It's farmed and harvested in the Bolivian Andes for the AndeanDream company, and the dream part of that title could well describe the efforts of the company's founder. The wife of a career diplomat for Bolivia, she saw the poverty of the country while at the same time learning the health benefits of the native food of quinoa. And that's you in the factory, right?
Yes,
that photo,
that's
that
right.
last photo?
Those are our ladies making pasta.
Joining us now is Ingrid Lascano, the founder of AndeanDream. So they're making pasta in
They
that
are
shot.
making pasta, and believe it or not, this little box of pasta has 24 grams of protein.
Ooh, I like that.
It's packed with protein. The royal quinoa is amazing.
Okay, so let's talk first about what you saw as the wife of the Consul General here in Los Angeles for Bolivia. You go back to Bolivia and you see what about the country?
Well, I see that there are children in the streets that don't have proper clothing, they don't have health care, they don't have education, they don't have a warm place to go at night in the freezing temperature, and I'm thinking this is not the way it should be. So the first thought was to develop a product that would allow an opportunity to be created for people to have jobs and have a better lifestyle.
So this line of product is made with royal quinoa, and tell me what the difference is between quinoa and royal quinoa.
Royal quinoa grows in the Bolivian Andes at 12,000 feet around this 6,000-year-old salt lake, which is mineral enriched. And the soil that's around the lake is where the quinoa grows, and it enriches the plant as well. As a matter of fact, this particular plant was liquefied and sent into the space program with the astronauts. And in this liquefied form, it could sustain life for up to 3 months.
So now you have these farmers who will grow the plant,
correct,
harvest it, and then what happens?
And then it actually is processed and cleaned. We have to extrude the saponin. It has a very bitter coating around the seeds, so we have special equipment to actually take the saponin away, take out the bitter taste. It's then ground into a flour, and then we make our products. We have the cookies, the pasta, and now a new line of soup that we've just created.
And creating the products themselves, that must have been a challenge, because there aren't that many products that deal with pastas and cookies and soups as yours does.
That's right, especially with quinoa. Quinoa is a very difficult grain to work with because of that saponin. Because it is gluten-free, it's hard for it to bind. So we had to find a way to create it and combine it with other flours so that it would in fact bind.
So I'm going to try, actually I already tried, one of your cookies. This is the coconut cookie, right?
Yes.
Describe what's in this cookie, or what's not in this cookie.
Well, what you don't have in the cookie is you don't have nuts, you don't have eggs, soy, you don't have corn, which is a really important thing. A lot of people are finding they're allergic to corn. Of course, it's gluten-free, and so it's a healthy alternative snack.
I like the fact that it's individually wrapped.
Individually wrapped in recyclable material. All of our packaging is recyclable. The cookies are lower in sugar. They average about 2 grams per cookie. And they're vegan for those people that are interested in a vegan.
So you hit a lot of marks here.
Yes.
Vegan, gluten-free, green for the environment.
Trying to do that, right.
And meantime, we had some earlier photos where you showed the differences for the living conditions for those in Bolivia.
That's right, right. We have worked very hard, not only with the farmers, but we even have people in our factory that have been having a difficult time, harder to employ because they have certain disabilities. We have handicapped women in our factory that are deaf-mute. We have other social issues, and we try to provide jobs for those people.
And one of the photos shows the housing before, mud huts, kind of primitive, and then now they're much more sophisticated.
Right, solar panels.
Yeah, very good. Ingrid Lascano, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Susan. Really appreciate it.
And we'll be right back with